Hello everyone and welcome back to a new Roblox video. Today we are going to be taking a look at Zombie Mayham, made by Undead Developer. The reason I wanted to make a video about this game is because in all the years I have played zombie apocalypse games, not just on Roblox, but just zombie apocalypse games in general, this is the first one that has a good melee system. Alright? So we're gonna head to Zombie Uprising real quick so I can show you guys what I mean. So here we are on Zombie Uprising. I'm gonna just show the melee combat on here. Basically, you got with all the melee weapons, you got swinging animation. But here's the thing, and I've mentioned this before in I think some previous videos, but if I were to try and hit this one, as you can see, it's not hitting them, unless I have the crosshair directly on them. And even still, it's only hitting one at a time. Honestly, the only reason a melee weapon would do this, the only reason a melee weapon would have a crosshair type attack would be is if it was like a spear or something, some kind of thrusting attack. But as you can clearly see, these are slashes, so it should be hitting multiple targets at once. I should be able to not directly aim at what's in front of me. Okay, so here we are on Zombie Mayham, and now I can show you guys what I mean with a good melee system. So what I showed on Zombie Uprising was what I usually see when it comes to melee combat in zombie games. However, this game is the first one I found that does things differently. So if we go ahead and join, you're on, well, wave 2 now. Oh, look, we got the rewards for it. Yay, we survived! Instead of just a single crosshair, as you can see, I'm not even aiming directly at them. But instead, the swinging radius is still hitting them. They're still dying because they're in range. This is the kind of system that every zombie game's melee should have, at least for swinging weapons. Now, if it's a spear or stabbing or thrusting weapon, then yeah, you're going to want to use a crosshair, because that would be the perfect use of a crosshair. But if it's a swinging weapon like this, it should not rely on the crosshair. Now, I've heard the argument that this type of system would be overpowered, but there's a few reasons why this isn't actually the case. First off, the range. With melee, you've got to be right on top of them. But when you have range, take this shotgun for instance. It's a gun. But it is a gun that is designed for close range. As you can see, I'm still hitting them all. Well, not from this far, but look at that distance I'm getting with a shotgun. A gun that is designed, it is made to fight at close quarters. I have such a long range with this thing. Granted, it's a high-level shotgun, but literally any shotgun in this game would do that. However, with melee, look, I can't even hit them from, this distance. So what a lot of people seem to ignore is that there is a massive disadvantage when it comes to range. As you can see, you've basically got to be on top of these guys. And when it comes to zombies, they fight at close range. So putting yourself at close range, you're putting yourself in danger every time you use melee, if you don't act accordingly. Or if your melee weapon just isn't good enough, you're putting yourself in danger. There's a lot of factors that come into play when there's range, when you're at close range. How much damage does your melee weapon deal? As you can see, I got hit right there. I got hurt, I can bleed, so I can be killed. I'm not invincible. And on the topic of range, something very similar would be area of effect. Also, I love this little walk I do with the scythe with it over my shoulder. I just love that. But, now this game has a 360-degree area of effect with melee. As you can see, I'm hitting everyone. Now, granted, they gotta come up right... They gotta basically touch me from behind in order to get hit. Whereas in the front, I have some distance. So I have less range in the back, but I can still hit them anyway. While I don't like that, alright, melee weapons should basically be where, everything I can see should be what I can hit. Like this, being able to hit the ones in front of me, yeah. Being able to hit the ones behind me, nah, I don't. That I do agree should be a little nerfed. But, this game is the closest I found to the proper melee system, so, Also, as you can see, I'm basically one-shotting literally everything. So you might think, oh, he's extremely overpowered. How can he be saying it's not broken? Keep in mind, this is easy mode. Right? I'm in the wrong room. Alright, keep in mind that I am playing easy mode, and we haven't even hit round 10. And on easy mode, with this scythe, it stops being able to one-shot anything after round, 16. So yeah, damage is also a concern. If your weapon just doesn't deal enough damage, or you have to make multiple hits, that's more opportunities for your enemy to hurt you. And the third point I want to bring up is that the word overpowered is thrown around a lot. So let's take a look at its definition. Overpowered is another way to say something is too powerful for where it's at. But it's not the same as being good. Just because a weapon is good, it doesn't mean it's overpowered. If we're talking about damage, a good weapon will do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. A good weapon, a weapon that will repeatedly show itself to do a lot of damage, in preferably a short amount of time. That would be a good weapon. However, just because it deals a lot of damage doesn't mean it's overpowered. Overpowered would basically be saying too powerful. And for a weapon to be too powerful, removing the difficulty from a game completely, no matter how high that difficulty is, that would be overpowered. This melee weapon system does not do that. Sure, I'm taking out these zombies with one shot, having no struggle at all. But this is wave 6. What about, wave 16? I can't one-shot anything. Wave 26? Oh, there's some tough zombies. There's plenty of zombies that you shouldn't even get close to in this game. The glitch zombie, the static zombie, the boombringer. You do not want to melee fight boombringers, because they explode and they do a heck of a lot of damage. And literally every zombie game I've ever played has an exploding zombie. So yeah, there are times when melee is a bad idea. Or where melee isn't gonna be, you're gonna be in danger even with melee. But if they implement it properly, it would be good and fun to use like this without being overpowered. So basically, I would say this system is just about properly implemented. This is... Oh, I'll turn on my flashlight. But yeah, this is the melee combat system all zombie games should have, or at least something like this. Because, I am having a lot of fun just going around slashing through these guys. Even when I'm not, one-shotting or even two-shotting them. I'm still having a lot of fun being a melee user. And that's the important thing for games. So, yes, I am basically calling for more zombie games to have a melee system like this. I can't look at myself, but yeah. Anyway... So yeah. take notes, Zombie Uprising. This is the melee system we want. This is the melee system you should have. Alright? So yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to go on this little rant talking about this melee system. You know, this actually good melee system. Before I made a video on how to get, you know, good at this game. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you guys have had a good end of the year. Merry Christmas, or Science-Miss if you're atheist, or whatever Moss you celebrate, if you celebrate anything at all. I hope you guys have had a good winter season and end of the year celebration. You know, I just hope you guys have had a good end of the year, and you know, we'll have a good New Year's. So yeah, I can't turn to look at you, but yeah, but yeah, anyway, with that, my friends, sayonara.